Hi everyone, this is Mary Ayers from Tap Into Action, and today we're going to do some more tapping about releasing the resistances that you might have to the things you want. Now, I know that sounds really strange, but I'm going to give you a little background, and I'm actually going to, I will have the link down below. Listening to a wonderful man named David Bayer, and I talk about the things that we're interested in manifesting and creating and uh, crafting your life from your own way, from your own perspective, instead of the ones that we've been given. How do I make the best life I possibly can by taking control over where my thoughts are and what I put my attention on and how that changes and influences my world? And David does an excellent job. In this particular one that I'm referencing, he is talking about creating, and once we've created, we have an idea of what we want. It is already there. In other words, the possibility exists in what he refers to as the fourth dimension. Now, I will let you go back and listen to his words. But what happens for me is that anytime I'm listening to somebody, whether it's Mike Dooley or Abraham or even Joe Dispenza, what I end up thinking about is how I love all the philosophical stuff, but I always think how much benefit we get when we add tapping to it. In the case with David, he's talking to us about everything is a possibility for us, right? We have an idea of what we want. It's in the fourth dimension already. How do we bring that? In other words, how does it become then tangible? How does it move into our current world? Is that it's just the natural way of things, unless we have what he's referring to as resistances, things that are keeping it. And those things are usually things like beliefs, self-beliefs, beliefs about the world. How do we know what our beliefs might be? That's kind of really what our work is to learn. You know that the question I always ask is, what would I have to be believing to feel this way? It's really about us becoming more aware of the way we're thinking and the thoughts that we do want to have. So we want to move away from the thoughts that are keeping us in a stalemate, kind of a stagnant, not being what we want it to be. And how do we open it up and instead open up those avenues of receiving and knowing that we are enough and that we are creators and that we have a lot more power and impact in our worlds than we may currently be um, accessing. So we're going to do some tapping around these resistances. Now, again, maybe you're aware what some of those resistances are. They can be beliefs that you know that you have, beliefs about yourself, about the world, but sometimes we don't know. We don't know. We really don't know, to be honest with you. Nobody can really tell you, oh, you got all of them. Hey, guess what? You're free and clear now. Everything should be coming in because they're in our subconscious, and we can be able to identify a few of them. We may not be able to identify all of them. But here's the good thing. You can spend a lot of time trying to find them, or we can use a more global tapping around, I have these resistances, and that's what we're going to do today. Now, of course, these kinds of tapping are not meant to be done once. They're meant to be ongoing tappings. And what I recommend is that you just, do it a couple of times a week. Put it on, in your favorites box. Set a alarm for yourself. This is my day. Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I take out these things and I do a little tapping on them, and I'm just clearing. I'm keeping it's like a fitness routine. I'm keeping my system open and clear in case there could be something. I'm already in the process of releasing it. I just want to keep the energy flowing. All right. So if you're aware of what a resistance, which means something that gets in the way, if you're aware of some, then think of that. And if you don't know what yours are, that's fine. Just assume that you have some and that we're going to do a little bit more cleaning. All right. So get on the karate chop, tap along with me. Even though I have resistances, that keep my desires out of reach. I deeply and completely accept myself, and I choose to release these limitations. Let's go to the eyebrow. These resistances that keep holding me back, blocking what I truly desires. They're probably fears and doubts that are creating barriers, and some limiting beliefs that are keeping things away. There are all these unconscious patterns of resistance. And I'm acknowledging these inner obstacles, recognizing how they've been limiting me. But it's time for me to address them and release them. If it serves me, I am ready to examine these resistances, having an understanding of where they come from, even seeing how they're protecting me. But I know they no longer serve my highest good. So I choose to let go and release what doesn't serve me. I'm willing to release the need for these barriers because I'm learning that I am powerful and I am wiser than I have ever been. And as I release these resistances, I open myself to receiving because what I desire already exists. And I now allow it to flow into my life. Hey, I can handle the good things coming my way. So I'm welcoming abundance and fulfillment, knowing I am absolutely worthy of all of my desires. This is my time, and I open myself to receive. Take a big breath. Now, you may recognize something might have popped up for you. That becomes a great target to tap on. And if nothing showed up for you, know that your subconscious understands what you are saying. You don't have to absolutely know, but just by saying this, you are planting the seed in your subconscious that is saying, let me look around in here. Let me see what some of my beliefs are. And maybe I'm working on them without even having to have them front and center. Are you okay with that? Because I know I am. I'm happy that my mind and my body might be doing some work, but I don't have to consciously dig in and work hard at it. You just have to show up and keep doing the tapping. All right. Hey, listen, if you need help with any of this, trying to find some of your limiting belief or just not even sure what you want to tap on, feel free to reach out to me, Mary at tapintoaction.com. We'll set up a time to chat and see how I can be helpful. If you're new to this station, please, I would love for you to subscribe. And that way you'll know when I've sent out a new tapping. What's one of my absolute favorite things to do is to be able to take these principles of manifesting and ease in our life and make them simple and practical by helping to do the tapping that will help us step into that life. All right, you guys, until next time, today is an excellent day to tap.